Welcome to the CFG Gamecast, episode number 288, a weekly podcast created by gamers and streamers alike to discuss the latest gaming topics from the previous week. We stream a new episode every week and release it on all podcast services, so do us a favor and show us some love by liking, following, commenting, or subscribing to our YouTube page, the CFG, or on our Twitch page, twitch.tv/CFGgames, or go to our main website, Con Freaks and Geeks, to not miss an episode. I am Mr. CFG Games himself, Davis Green, and with me today, I got three awesome co-hosts. I want to talk to our special guest. We got the awesome streamer, awesome master Lego builder, awesome Star Wars fan. I got SnakeEyes319. How are you doing, Snake Eyes?
I appreciate that. Thank you. Doing well. Doing very well. Excited about this podcast. Thank you for having me. It's been an awesome year for games, I think, in my opinion. So. Yeah, it's been really, really good. But yeah, it's been good. Birthday's coming up. Family's coming down for the holidays, so that's a whole thing. That's going to be awesome. But yeah, this year,
sound so honestly, tired after saying that.
I'm so exhausted, dude. This whole year has been a whole thing. Like it's been a blessing, but at the same time, it's just like I just want to chill. I've been like traveling, been everywhere. I feel like this year has been awesome to me, but gaming wise, yeah, I'm excited to talk about the games that I picked for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, it's awesome. I can't wait to hear what your picks are. But and then also, I am speaking on the second seat. I got PopNoTarts here on the second seat. How are you doing, Pop? How you been?
I'm good. I've been really good, just relaxing as my break has started to take roll, putting in final grades. Been enjoying the beta for Marvel Tokon since, I got my email on. I'm sorry, not that I got my email on time, but just the email be like, hey, the beta's coming up again. I'm just like, all right, I get to actually get to play it because they didn't send my email at the last freaking minute. But I've been having fun with that. I am a little bit sad that there hasn't been a training mode, and I've been fighting CPUs to try and get different combos and things together, some of which do not come out in real time because people have been mashing auto combo, and it's finding that balance. Outside of all that, it's been very fun.
That's good. At least you're enjoying your break, and at least you're having time to at least say, hey, you know what? I can actually just have some fun and fight, be in a fighting game for a little bit without worrying about the consequences. So
when does that end? When does that beta end?
Today. The last day is today. Yeah.
I think it's like midnight Pacific Standard Time. So.
Oh yeah, it is. Right. But no, it's free. No, but the game is beautiful. Don't get me wrong. I mean, and I think it definitely holds its own for a different kind of fighting game. But it's like, I just feel like they need more of a reason to tag. But it seems like the game, they're trying to make it. The first beta, there was absolutely no reason, but I think they're trying to balance it to a point where they'll be like, hey, they're going to reward you if you do things like that. But that's how I feel like right now. They're just not there yet, I don't think. So, but it's really good. But you know what, Pop?
What?
The person who I am pretty sure is going to be choosing a ridiculous game of the year this year.
Oh, please do tell. I want to know.
I really feel like it's going to be the 5-star general of the itty bitty Smitty committee. I got Smitty in the third seat. What's going on, my dude?
Chilling, my friend, just getting through. I'm literally, the Bears-Packers game is happening next to me. So if you see me peeking, I apologize. I'm trying to do my best here. It's 7-3. Packers are up. So we're in it. Almost halftime. So, but I love this episode. I love it when we get to just kind of sit back and talk about the games that we played over the past year, what we enjoyed. And a lot of times we find that they're not the bigger games, but like little hidden gems that we've enjoyed throughout the year. So I'm excited to talk about that. Other than that, though, just kind of getting into the holiday spirit. We got the tree up. We went and saw Santa already. We went and saw a parade. Like, we've been getting it in,
wow.
son.
Yeah,
so, we kicked it off hard. We still have a little bit of decorating to do. We got to get the lights up outside and whatnot, but a good, strong, solid start there. So, otherwise, gaming wise, just really, again, thank you guys for us being able to come together yesterday and get down on Cosmic Invasion. I had a ton of fun. That was a lot of fun. So,
oh yeah, that was a fun time. I can't wait to release that as a gameplay thing because there's a lot of points with it. Well, one of my favorites is the ones when Pop was telling you, "Hey, don't touch that. This is going to do this." The first thing that you do is just
punch it.
You beeline straight at it. It's like, don't tell me what to do. Essentially,
I'm a swinging ball with teeth. What do you want me to do?
I'm just like, oh my god, just like you're like the kid. I'll be like, hey, this is hot. Prove it. Do it yourself.
I'm gonna go. We'll see about that. We'll see how hot this really is.
Yeah,
no, I am that kid.
That is so funny. That is so funny.
What about you, dude? How was your week, man?
Oh man. So I'm not gonna say busy because you already know it's always busy for me. But the biggest thing is though, I just went ham on candles. Essentially, I've just been the past 2 or 3 days. I've gone to like Bath and Body Works. I've been to freaking Yankee Candle. I've been to so many different places. I literally bought probably over 30 candles now at this point. It's ridiculous.
That is insane,
wow.
dude. Yeah, like, why you don't need that many candles?
For like yourself or for gifts?
Well, yeah, for a little bit of both. Really, like I just
okay,
I got.
All right.
If I'm 100% real to myself, I probably bought like 10, maybe 11 candles for myself. The rest of them, it's just everything. It's just giving them for gifts because it's like this is the cheapest it's the cheapest that they are, and I like buying in bulk. And it's like, and then the might as well just so I don't because you will never see me at the Bath and Body Works until probably December of next year. So
I was like, you know what? He's not going to need is a candle next year.
Yes, exactly. That is
you buy
exactly
for the whole ass year.
I pretty much did. That's it. Pretty much did. And you know what sucks though? I maybe take that back because next week there's another sale in Bath and Body Works I might have to go to, but we'll see. We'll definitely see. But as for games though, I have been playing a lot of Marvel Tokon, the Tokon battle. I can't wait. I agree with Pop. I really wish there was a practice mode or a tutorial mode or something that allows you to kind of just do your own thing. But I understand it's a beta and they're wanting everyone to it's a test for them to see how the net code is. So I understand it. But and I also was in the beta for the Avatar: The Last Airbender fighting game.
What?
Yeah, yeah. So I've been playing.
Awesome.
I've been playing that, and that I have to say is really fun. It's
interesting.
Crazy fun.
I don't know that I even heard about that, or maybe vaguely went like. Damn, dude! Like Last Airbender fighting game.
They announced that leak a month ago. I believe it's a month ago. Yeah, and
it's been a month ago.
Yeah,
okay.
and it's like the style of it is surprisingly good. Like it reminds me of the game style isn't like this, but the style, the gameplay art style kind of reminds me of hand drawn art in a fighting game is very rare. It reminds me of Skullgirls. Because Skullgirls was like that when it comes to like hand drawn and stuff, and I'm just thinking like, man, dude, this is freaking great. And then now they're trying to make it like, so I was playing like the Avatar beta, which is freaking awesome. Can't wait to mess around with it more. I can't wait for it to come out and get a release date, but it's gonna be nice. So. But anyways, I know y'all don't want to talk about us trying to figure out why my computer decided to crap out the way it just did. So let's go through the normal rigmarole that we like to do each and every week. So each of us chooses a topic of discussion in the world of video games, usually, but not today. this is going to be a different kind of episode. As always, this is our last episode of 2025, so we always like to do something special. We like to just do a normal roundtable discussion about what our own personal game of the year years are to us individually, and we always have a guest to come by and also give theirs. So this time, we're just going to choose the. There's no order to what we think our game of the years are, but we do choose 3 games that we have played this year of what we would say, oh, these are the best that I played this year, and I want to say why. So, and if we have one, we don't necessarily have one, but if you do have one, if you have the worst one that you would say that you were really underrated, that you think that was the worst game that you played this year. So we'll go in the roundtable discussion. We'll start off with our very special guest. We'll start with Snake Eyes. What is your games of the year of 2025?
Okay, so the way I'm going to do this is like release date. So I'm going to go from like the beginning of the year and then to the end. Okay. First game, here's a Hammerwatch 2. It's an indie game, roguelike. Pretty much play it every month. Been playing for like a community night type of thing with other streamers. It came out in January, and as it dropped, I think the first time I played it, I said it openly, and I said, this is going to be indie game of the year. Like, this is for me, this is indie game of the year, because it was perfect. And this is January, so it was the beginning of the year, and I don't know what else was coming out or what I was hyped for. But as the year went on, nothing topped it for me. It was it fulfilled everything that I wanted it to do. I didn't even know it was on my radar until a buddy told me about it and downloaded it, and then I was hooked and I've played over hundreds of hours now on it.
Okay, first off,
it's so good. It's so good.
I've seen you stream it multiple times.
Yes.
But I just didn't know what it was. So like every time I saw it, I was like, I should check this out.
Yeah, so it's like you go in, there's a couple different classes. I think there's like 7 or 8 classes that you can pick from. And you go in, think of Hades, right? Like you go in, you try to get as far as you can. And as you die, you come back, you level up. You get unlocks, right? You unlock your skill points, you get new weapons, new things that you find out in every run that you do. And you just get better as you go on. And then as you get better, you're also collecting resources for your little town that you build. And over time, your town becomes like a major city where you can get new weapons you can buy from vendors, other NPCs that can help you out with your skill trees, upgrading like your totems and stuff that you can get inside the game as you're battling through each level. Mm-hmm. And to me, solo playing is a lot of fun. I downloaded it on my my Steam Deck, and I can play it easily from there. And then I also put, of course, PC as well. Mm-hmm. But playing with people is the way to do it, in my opinion. We modded it to where we can have, I think, 20 people. Normally you only have 4. So when you have 20 people, it actually scales up. So you'll get more enemies, more boss fights that are more difficult, and you make your way through. And then more recently, I think it was about 2 months ago in September, they released an update for New Game Plus. Mm-hmm. So they added new maps that you can do after you complete the whole run through once. And then you can just go onto these little dungeons and do like special bosses and stuff that will give you specific gear that you can continue on and keep going. So it's pretty much a repetitive gameplay, but it's always different because there's always new enemies. There's always the way the map is laid out is a little different each time. Secrets and stuff like that. So yeah, that's my first game of the year. Came out in January. Second is Dune Awakening. I had to put this on here because I could not. That one when it dropped, I could not stop playing. I had like 300 plus hours of just Dune. And that's just me sitting and just playing it, exploring the map. I think when you get to Deep Desert, it does get a little more competitive. And I think now more recently, the player base has dropped quite a bit. There's not as many people playing anymore, but roadmap, they're supposed to have an update in Q1 of next year. That's supposed to be, I think, Chapter 3, because Chapter 2 came out a few months ago as well. That's continued the storyline. If you play the story of it, it's, in my opinion, the story was actually pretty good. I liked it.
Did you finish it? Like, did you finish?
I finished to the end to where like it takes you to deep desert, and then it's kind of like, all right, do your own thing now, right, kind of thing. And then Chapter 2 came out. I started it, and it's pretty cool. It's neat. The way they're doing the updates and putting quality of life updates out is really good, because I feel like a lot of people have been waiting for, like, say, transferring water was clicking multiple times just to transfer like little bits of water into your canteen. And it was like, all right, come on, guys, we need something that we can just click one button and just fill it all, right? And then they started implementing those types of things, and it's been really cool. I will say I have not been eaten by the worm yet. And I've been playing for a good while, knock on wood here, but
can you kill the worm?
I think you cannot. So you cannot kill the worm. They said there might be a possibility in future updates that you will be able to fight them in, like, say, raids. But we haven't yet to see any development in that. They did release a new vehicle the last chapter. It's kind of like it reminds me of, if you've ever seen Men in Black, where they have like the circular wheel where they sit inside. That it looks like that pretty much.
A gyroscope.
Exactly. And you ride around the desert and just in that. It's kind of cool. It's neat, but there's no practical like application for it or anything. So
well, I remember. I remember Smitty was playing for a bit. Didn't you play for a bit too, Smitty?
Yeah, no, I'm disappointed in myself that I have not gotten back, and I have not put in nearly as much time as I've wanted to into this game.
These games are tough to kind of like. These are commitment kind of games, though.
They are.
These are something that you just can't be like, oh, okay, let me just finish it for the story. It's continual, man, and that's why I'm afraid to try one of these myself.
It gets really addicting too, because you'll start building your base, and then you're like, oh, I can add this. Oh, I could do this. Oh, there's a new building part that came out. Oh, let me try it on like a new building, and then you just keep going, and it just piles up. And then collecting water is the thing, right? Because you're in the desert, right? And that's a big part of the game. So once you start collecting water, there's different ways you can collect water. I feel like the game's been out for a while, so there's like dead stills where you collect bodies and then it extracts water. But that's towards like more end game stuff. And then the flying is incredible. I think they did a great job with like the thopters. Being able to just glide around if you want to. They do like limitations with them, so which is really good, so people can like exploit things. I remember when it first launched, people were just going in deep desert and just running people over with them. That was the thing for a while.
Okay.
And people hated it because it's just it's a meta, right? Like you just run people over and that's it. That's your PvP.
Wow.
But they ended up taking that out within like a couple months. They're like, okay, you can't squash players anymore. So
I would love to see the community notes of that. It's like, guys, stop squishing people with your shit.
Stop it.
Just stop.
Yeah, come on, guys. That's not what it was for.
Fun, but we get it.
You
but
sound like Halo players.
The other cool thing about it was that the deep desert, the map changed every week. So it wipes, right? So you go out in the deep desert and your buildings and everything that you create, if you do it solo or as a community, as a guild, all that stuff just gets wiped. So the pain in the butt was bringing all your supplies back to like your normal save area outside of the deep desert. And they're implementing now carriers where you can carry supply boxes back and forth out of the deep desert. And a lot of people, I think that's going to bring a lot of people back because it was just a pain where you have to bring your resources, take all your equipment, just fly it out there, and you have to do multiple trips. So it took say a
That
whole
sounds
day
terrible.
to just get set up.
That sounds terrible.
And that's real time, right? That's real people's time. Like you can't come home from work and then be like, okay, I'm gonna go quickly go set up a base room. Like, you gotta plan it out.
I'm just watching the video and I'm like, these worms are just ridiculous, dude. These sizes of these worms are just insane.
The first time I saw one, I was so scared. I was so scared. I did not touch my feet on the sand for like a good while when I first started.
Oh my god, that's funny. They sound like Halo players. That's what Seven Figure says. That's hilarious.
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny. Okay, that's a good one.
Yes. So that was my second game of the year, and then more recently, a game that I had been waiting for years, I can say, is Battlefield 6. I have not stopped playing Battlefield 6. Dune, I have to go back. So Dune, I still set aside time for to power my base, keep the guild base running and stuff like that. But that's pretty much it. I haven't gone back to Dune in a while, just to maintain everything. Because Battlefield 6 dropped in October, and that has been my life.
I got a question for you though. Here's a quick question for you. So
sure.
Were you on all in on COD for a long period of time before Battlefield 6, or like was this something, or when 6? I know you've been waiting for 6
sure.
This whole time, but since Battlefield's been kind of in its lull for years, did you ever play like COD? Like, were you up to date on COD as well?
Yes. So Modern Warfare, I played a good amount for a good while. Multiplayer mostly. I don't really get into the BR stuff a lot. I don't know. BRs for me it's cool to jump into a game with the squad and like go do your thing. But for me, multiplayer, I can sit there for hours and play multiplayer, either in COD or Battlefield. The Battlefield series, I would say the first person shooter that I ever played was Battlefield 2. And that started my FPS grind. And so from Battlefield 2 to Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, Battlefield 1, play them all, right? 2042, we don't talk about. That just kind of happened. And we put that off to the side. I think a game that Battlefield needs to look back on is Battlefield 2142. It was the futuristic version. I feel like it gets overlooked and underrated for the Battlefield series. It was more mechs there was involved. The tanks were more advanced because it was way in the future. I can see them taking what they've done with Battlefield 6 and making, say, 2242, like an even more advanced one. And if they do that, the way they're doing Battlefield 6 with Battlefield Labs, getting feedback from players, making sure that, it runs smoothly before they just throw a game out there. I feel like if they do that for 2142 or a version of it for futuristic warfare, that would be awesome. Battlefield 6, I was part of Battlefield Labs, so I can say that now. I can say that now. I was part of it, and I got to actually put feedback in for the game, which was really cool.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
And in being able to be a part of that process, made me love the game even more. Right. Not saying that that's why it's one of my games of the year. It's just that it came out. The baby came out perfect, right? Like that's pretty much what happened. And Battlefield 6 hits all the spots. There are still things, minor things out there where matchmaking doesn't always work the way that you expect it to. I haven't had any real major issues with hacking, but I know that's a big thing in their RedSec version, which is, their BR side of things. I don't know. I've played RedSec. I still think Battlefield should just focus on what they're good at, which is the big game modes, which is Conquest, Breakthrough, those types of things. Escalation is a new mode that they have out. That's pretty fun as well. But when you have like 48 players, 64 player maps, I feel like that's where they shine, right?
I love Battlefield 2. The last Battlefield that I played was Battlefield. The last Battlefield I played was Battlefield 3. And
okay. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was that's the one that I put everything to the bar to. People say 4 is good too. Yeah, but then so really it's the limit that bar after 4 when they decided to go do their weird thing when they switched over to Battlefield 1. Was it 1? The World War 1? It kind of went askew for the deal. But for the most part, like I've been trying. I tried 24. Well, Seven Figure says that 2042 was a great one when they fixed it, but it was too late. Is that the one you were referring to, or?
That's 2042. So that's the one that came out during COVID, right? I think it was during COVID it dropped.
Yeah, that's the one that had the controversy. With, there's no female or whatever. It got real weird.
Okay. Yeah, and it took a while for them to like tune it perfectly. So towards the end, I would say like within the past couple of years, like 2 years maybe, it got better. I wouldn't say it got to a point where it's like great, but it got to a point where it was playable for people, right?
Got you.
When it first dropped, it wasn't playable. It really wasn't. Let's be honest. It wasn't playable. I feel like they just rushed it. They were like, oh, new Battlefield's coming out, throw it out to people, right?
Yeah.
And I think that was the first time they actually tried, even bigger scale where there's over like 120 people on a map, right? And it gets kind of chaotic for that.
Yeah, it really does.
But now with 6, they actually just hired back a lot of the old game devs from Battlefield 2, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4. They're all coming back and they're like, okay, we want to be a part of this now because you've actually done something,
Right.
Yeah, I think what they did with Battlefield 6 was they just chose a lot of wins. I mean, I think the primary one was that they got Vince Zampella a part of it. And that dude, if you don't know who Vince Zampella is, you know who Vince, you played his games. I mean, like you've played, like he created Apex when it originally came in. He did the Star Wars series, the Star Wars, what's it called? I can't remember right now. Fallen Jedi, Fallen Order, all that stuff. He did what's it called? The game before Apex that was in the same universe with the Titanfall. Thank you. God, I can't even remember. Yeah, I mean this dude wins. I mean, like he knows and he knows exactly what gamers are doing. And then when they gave him the keys for Battlefield, it's funny when I said like, oh yeah, you know these games, and I couldn't even name one game. I had to get help from everybody. But yeah. So I'm just saying that like they chose a right guy to do it, and he knew what they were needing, what Battlefield needed. And I mean, given the fact that Battlefield is basically giving I won't even say the bare minimum, but is listening to the feedback of what people are saying what they want in these kind of games, and they're listening and they actually made it's like, okay, we're not gonna try to reinvent the wheel. We're just gonna do this again. Maybe do some tweaks like the like how the weapon disbursements are different a little bit, but at the same time, it's like this is what people have been wanting for Battlefield again. So let's just give it to them. And hey,
it's finally a proper next gen Battlefield. I feel
exactly
it is. Yeah,
and you're right. They didn't have to do a lot because I feel like it's a night and day difference from 2042 to Battlefield 6. And again, I'm not huge into the Battlefield. I played 3 and 4, and maybe another one. I'm not sure, but I could tell even playing through. I was like, this is good. This is really good.
Yeah. After I played the beta, I was like, this is a great game, and I wanted to play it, but I just didn't have. I haven't had time to even.
I knew that I would do it the same. I would do like Call of Duty or anything like that. I'd play it for like a week and then never pick it back up. So
that's like I know you were talking about COD. Like I tell people I try not to compare the two. Maybe from
you can't.
They're two completely different animals. Like one's more arcade style, the other one's a little more strategic. And you have big scale battles and you have small, right? So it's really hard to compare the two.
The way I would compare it would be COD to COD though, because like COD, the COD that I remember was Modern Warfare in the original, like maybe Black Ops. I think I stopped at Black Ops 2 or 3. But then when you see where it like evolved to, it just makes me sad. It really does, because like it's just like it was about like I mean, the story was not really a big thing, but it was something, and it was really more of a grounded story of something like a military base or something like that, or an operation of some sort. But then now when you do things, when you have skins of things like Seth Rogen, Megan Thee Stallion, WWE wrestlers and stuff like that, you kind of defeat the purpose of like, oh wow, you lost me. And then this story mode of whatever COD 7 is that everyone's all memeing about like a giant Michael Rooker. It's just insane, It's like
that's true. I mean, normally for every COD game, I played the beginning of it, except for this last one, because I played the beta and I didn't feel it, right? Like it wasn't for me. But I'll play it, and then once those skins start coming out, where it's like Nicki Minaj is out there, there's Snoop Dogg, there's like you say Seth Rogen, it's like I'm done.
Yeah. It's like,
the next thing Scooby-Doo's out there, like shooting the gun, like I can't do this anymore.
Yeah. Seven Figures asked a question. You probably are the best person to say since you play a lot of it, but did BF ever get 64v64 working?
Certain maps. So like the bigger scale conquest maps, 64 is perfect. It works really smooth because people are always rotating, squads are always rotating. When it comes to like smaller maps or mid-sized maps, the cool thing they did in one of the more recent updates is they downscaled the 64 to 48. So now it feels perfect. It feels really nice. There's still chaos everywhere. There's always rockets flying past you or a building blowing up next to you, but it's not like, you have an alleyway and 20 people start piling through it. It's not like that anymore. But I feel like when they do the big scale battles, the 64 works because those maps are massive. It'll take you, if you decided to walk, it would take you a good 10-20 minutes to walk across the map if you wanted to. Yeah.
Jesus. Well, that's good though. Well, that's good. Well, no, those are good picks. Did you have any ones that you played that you're like that you were disappointed in playing this year?
Disappointing. That was so hard. I really couldn't pick one. Disappointing. Maybe if you guys know Hyperlight Breaker, that came out I think in January. Yeah, that came out in January, and they discontinued it right now. I think they stopped development on it, or they're taking it off because it didn't hit right. But it was really cool when it dropped. It was like, you have a really cool concept here. This could be a lot of fun as a roguelike as well, and they dropped the ball on it. I feel like.
I was like, the first one seemed a lot better, but like, what was it? It's something about it just did not tune in.
For me, the combat didn't feel as clean as it should have. And I really thought they were going to make updates to it for like the melee builds and stuff like that for it to be smoother. The combat seemed a little wonky, and I think they never really fine-tuned it to what it needed to be. And I feel like once it dropped, there's, the big hype for it for the first like couple months. And then everyone was like, okay, when's the new stuff coming out? When are we getting good updates? And then nothing ever happened. So.
Okay. That's fair. I mean, that's unfortunate. Cause like, dude, like I said, the Hyperlife Drifter was a really good game. It was a fun game. Right. So, but the sequel, I know this was actually highly anticipated. When this came out. So yeah, it's sad to say.
It was a lot of fun because you can play like here, you can jump off, you can play with other people. So playing with my buddies, just going in, doing boss battles, that was a lot of fun. It was difficult. It was very difficult because the way the combat worked, but we made it work for us, right? Like, all right, if this isn't working, this fight that's showing on the screen there, that's absolutely nuts. That's like one of the first bosses that you come through, and it took us like a couple of days, just for the first boss. It's really cool. I liked it.
Reminds me of a Returnal boss, actually.
It's just it didn't go the way that we thought, and it kind of sucked. Yeah. So that's my game that could have been something great this year, but they didn't come through with it. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, no. Well, thank you for your inputs. It was freaking awesome. It's really cool.
I do want to put one game that I really wanted to put up there as a single player game, and it's Avowed. Avowed. I really wanted to put that on my list because I played that. I sat down on my Xbox on my TV and was just one sitting. I couldn't stop playing it.
One sitting.
It was so good. It was so good. It was so good.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. I could not stop playing that game. That was
you took that over. You took that over Battlefield. That sounds like Battlefield was number 2. Jesus.
Yeah, honestly, like Avowed really hit the spot for me. For because like it's a game that it's a couch game for me, right? Like I can just sit and just chill and play with it.
That is awesome.
And that's a game that I really want to go back and actually. I rarely go and do replays of games, but that's a game I totally would.
Honorable
again.
mentioned is Avowed. Okay, well that's awesome.
Yes.
God, that's so cool, dude. That's fun. All right, well, definitely keep that one in mind. Okay, what about you, Pop? You're up next. So, what are some of your game of the years of this year that you came across?
So, my favorite games. First up, this is in no particular like favorite order. This is just release order. Dynasty Warriors Origins.
Sorry. Before we do that.
Sorry.
Why don't you give? I know you said you had honorable mentions. Why don't you give the honorable mentions first before you go to that point? Let's do that. Yeah, okay,
honorable mentions will go to Warriors Abyss and Monster Hunter Wilds. Warriors Abyss. At first I was like, oh, this is a really cool chill game, but like the more and more I played it, I was like, I really want to speedrun this game. And it's also like the game that kind of broke me out of even now I'm just like, maybe I wasn't burnt out from roguelites. I was just tired of how they were set up with the similar formula. Warriors Abyss and even BlazBlue Entropy Effect, even though that came out like 2 years ago, those games don't use the same formula. You have different characters that you can play as, different builds you can use. With Warriors Abyss, there are so many different gameplay styles for each character. Like with the speedrun that I'm doing, I use Rachel. I really like how her gameplay looks. She can not only shoot, but she flips over enemies as she shoots them. So it's similar to her Ninja Gaiden gameplay, as well as, some of the other Dynasty Warriors and Samurai Warriors. I see Smitty is like smiling as I'm talking about the game because he knows how exciting it is. Like, it does not matter what character you play. They feel and move so differently. Like, every time I play with a different character, it does not play the same.
To be fair, everyone in this room except for me has played this game, right? Like, I think all y'all have, right? Like,
I don't know about you guys.
I have not, but I've watched Smitty play a ton of it. When he streamed it, that I watched it, and it looks like a lot of fun.
It is a ton of fun.
Yeah, it's crazy on how many different kinds of styles there are in this game. It's meaty.
Okay.
It's meaty.
And all the characters are free.
Check it out. Yeah.
Oh,
that's
cool.
That's
right.
That is very cool.
Well, wait, but you have to pay for the game, so it's not really. I mean,
you're paying for it. You have to pay for the cosmetics. You buy the game, you get all the characters.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's cool.
Is
there DLCs that came out for it, or is it?
Yes, all the DLC characters are free.
Oh,
which gives you a total of 119 characters.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a beefy game. It is a beefy game. Yeah.
It's incredibly meaty. It's so funny to me that it's just like crazy. Like when I see Pop play it, because like I know she's been getting ready for the speed run for it. I'm just like, wow, this is just too much. This is too much for me at least. But it's crazy. All right, yeah, okay. So what you said? Monster Hunter Wilds is going to be one. It was one you said.
Yeah, another honorable mention. I don't really have a lot of multiplayer games that I play with my friends outside of fighting games, if you would consider that multiplayer. I mean, on the PvP thing, and then like PSO.
And Sonic.
I'll get to Sonic. Okay, you said not to talk about my games of the year yet.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Ooh. So with Wilds, I like Monster Hunter as a franchise, and I had to miss out on Rise because of the obvious arachnid boss, unlike Wilds that has like the semi-arachnid. I mean, they're still arachnids and they don't trigger me as much, but
Which is surprising. This one's more scarier than the Rise one.
Well, the one in Rise actually had 8 legs, from what I was told.
I don't remember.
I've never seen it. I would just remember being in a friend stream. I heard him scream. Like, he has arachnophobia, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna look away, and I'm not gonna look.
Okay.
I'm just gonna look away.
Yeah, I know that scream.
But even though Wilds has its issues, like I know people were talking about, the game being super easy. I like that with some of the collaborations that they've had, like the one right now with the FF14 boss, like that's still available, and I think that's just going to be, in the game forever. I look forward to what future collab that they're having. I know there's an update coming up soon. I don't feel as rushed to pace myself to level up in that game and grind as I did. I don't know. Maybe I was just a crackhead with World.
No,
I don't know.
I don't think so, because World was just tougher. I felt that World.
I felt like I was slaving my life away.
Yeah, you had to do a lot just to keep yourself alive, just to keep yourself up and prevalent on your, the spheres. Everything needed to be being top notch, and as well as your abilities, your all these different kinds of things. Wilds feels like you don't need to worry about that. I didn't even do sphere upgrades until I don't think I even have a full set of sphere upgrades yet. When I think about it, I was like, until I had to fight the Omega weapon. The Omega weapon was actually a tough one to fight, and Sergios was annoying too, if I remember correctly. Yeah, those are the two that really made it really annoying. So, but no, it was just I think World was a different time compared to what Wilds is now. Wild is catering more for the introduction for newer people and newer classes. And I think that's what makes people who have been playing Monster Hunter a little bit sad. It's not a bad game. It's not. It's just that the difficulty level has gone drastically lower in such a short period of time, in such a fast time, that people are wasn't ready for it. And then they're all hyped because, hyped for it. And it's not what they were expecting it to be, because after you play Worlds, because Rise was never really the one that was supposed to be the next the replacement of World. This was supposed to be the replacement of Worlds. And then what we got was wow, okay, this is sounds like a giant step back, yeah. So but Rise, you're right. Wilds was good. Is a good game. Beautiful game though too.
Yeah, it's very pretty, and I love playing with my friend. Let's Capcom, if you're watching this, I was missing for several months because I needed a new capture card. I don't need my squads being given away to someone random that's in there. That's not fair. I made those squads with my tears. I would say blood, but no blood was shed. With my tears.
Oh man! I didn't even know they did that. I didn't know that. If you're out for a period of time, they will allow people to get into it. That's weird.
If it's public, if it's set to private or invite only, you're still the leader of it. But the anyone can join so long as they find it. They're like, oh, this person's gone. We got to keep this public. Let's move it. Wow, I wasn't gone by choice.
That's wild. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. So Monster Hunter Wilds was an honorable mention. Okay, so what are your games of the year?
Okay. Going in release order, first up we have Dynasty Warriors Origins. The game was absolutely gorgeous. I am a sucker for a good UI. I didn't realize it until Metaphor came out. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'm very shallow when it comes to how a game looks. If I don't like a certain aesthetic, I probably won't play the game. So Warriors, the game was very pretty. The pause menu, the map, and just being able to ride your horse to go to different places. I really like how it's more so a soft reboot of the series that lets you see the perspectives of the three kingdoms, or the three factions that were available. Granted, I didn't realize that there were like hard cut scenes for each route. So I'm just like, okay, maybe I could actually save this person and, get like a bad ending and save history. And I won't say who, but I kept trying to save the same person. And I'm like, dang, this invisible wall. It's a permanent cut scene. Where is my choice? Where is my choice? I love the weapon choices. I was a huge fan of the giant circular blades. I forget their names at the moment. I'm sorry. But they were super fun to use, great for AoE attacks and that sort of thing. The story itself was very interesting. Koei Tecmo Team Ninja always has this interesting way of when they do like any historical fiction based games, they have the mysterious protagonist. And, as someone who not only teaches music, but does music history, and I know some of these things, I'm always wondering, like, how are they going to fit this random mysterious protagonist in the background? And they have such a unique and fun way of putting the player into the game, especially when we're able to, design our own protagonists and like their other titles, such as Neo or Wolong. But no, I had a ton of fun with Dynasty Warriors. It was gorgeous. The gameplay was smooth. I actually thought about speedrunning this game at one point, but that got tabled because the following month was the release of Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, and I actually ended up doing a speedrun of that game. So I kind of had to balance the two. I'm just like, sorry, but I'm kind of a Yakuza speedrunner. I can do Dynasty Warriors later. But no, it was a beautiful game. Beautiful techniques, fun gameplay. I definitely want to go through it again. Only because I'm not sure if they're, they might do something else. They have DLC coming out in January where they're adding some new weapons. So I might take that as a chance to go back and experiment with the new weapons that they have.
Oh, that sounds good. That's awesome. I'm using Smitty's review for the video. That's pretty funny. But that's cool. No. Well, I mean, I have nothing to say. Oh, well, I've already said what I thought about Dynasty Warrior games, but yeah, but Smitty probably would agree with you, essentially, because he's a hardcore Dynasty Warriors fan too, or Muso fan in general. Well, wait, specifically Muso wise, that's the only game that you really played, right? Like Muso wise, like you're not playing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I've just been I've always been a fan of Dynasty Warriors since I was younger. I used to play it with my buddy, so. My sentiment is the same as Pop's here with this. So, and I'll talk more when it's my turn about it. But yeah,
I will say the character redesigns were just a nice chef's kiss. Some were, obviously they got prettier, and others I'm just like, oh, they really look like the villain. It's a true look of a villain. As I mentioned before, this next game up is Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. I know a lot of people were kind of upset about this release because they're like, oh, the story is goofy or whatever. Me personally, I don't care. It was fun. The gameplay was fun. I like speedrunning it. I was more so intrigued by the fact that they decided to not only have a game that starred Majima, but a game that has two different fighting styles. So they had the Mad Dog and then the Sea Dog, I think. Mad Dog, Sea Dog, something like that. And with the two, the Sea Dog has a very interesting kit that's not only fun to use, but it's kind of like a core part of using that kit for the speed run. So there's like a hook. The enemies like to spread far out whenever you have like those cluster battles, or they come and attack you in a cloister, and I like to hook them because they like to run away and try and shoot at you. The story itself, I can't say too much without spoiling. I will say that for me, the ending was a nice touch. I know some people expect some sort of realism. I personally enjoyed some of the
some sort of realism in a Yakuza game, though. Come on.
We're just completely ignoring the fact that Kiryu's been shot, stabbed multiple times, and is still alive somehow. Not to mention how the Millennium Tower blew up in the very first game, and he's still alive. But that's a talk for a different day. I really had a lot of fun with this game. I didn't get a chance to do like all the other side games as much. I really, and this is going to be a shock to Davis because he's heard me talk about this, but like Kingdom Hearts, I like the ship battles.
Oh my God.
I really like the ship battles. And it's not because of the mechanics. It's the crewmates that you can have. Obviously, got to do mini games and stuff to unlock them, but they have the Sheep Man and Chicken Man, and as you're like on the boat, like your crew like make noises and stuff as they fight. It's just so funny to hear them in the background. You could also have like Kiryu and Ichiban if you get like the it's not necessarily a DLC. It's like the ultimate pack thing or whatever. But if you get that, you can hear them. You can see them fight as you do different like ship battles, and you board the other ship and you're fighting, and you just see them like knocking like other pirate crew members out, and it's so fun and funny to me. I kind of hope Kingdom Hearts 4, if there are gummy battles, that something like that happens where I can just see Minnie Mouse on the guns of the ship, just ready to blast someone.
That's funny.
Or Cloud, something make it interesting. I hate gummy battles for me, even as an adult.
I mean, it's just like it's just a little bit weird to me that they, the gummy battles were terrible. I mean, well, it was a small thing of a lot of things that, well, I mean, I'm not a Kingdom Hearts fan at all, but the whole thing is the battle. Okay, I'm just saying, to compare the battles to this game, I don't know. Like, can you? Is the real question, because like they did the bare minimum.
I mean, in terms of traveling, like for traveling. It was not tedious to travel. Now, obviously, if I'm speedrunning and I'm traveling, I can't just do ship battles. That'll waste time. I have to save the game and then load the save file to make the enemies disappear. But if I'm casually playing and going through, you get items along the way. I get to see some dolphins and whales hopping out of the water. And then if my boat is super duper strong, I can just ram into a ship and it just sinks. But And I don't know, maybe it's because of like hearing the different characters say things throughout the travels that made it a little bit more interesting for me outside of the gummy ship, and you just hear the gummy ship noises as it's shooting, the beep, 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 beep. I don't know, maybe I just got tired of it over time. Although the travel music for it in 2 is probably my favorite. I still hate the gummy ship battles.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
And my third, this one's a multiplayer game, is Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. Yeah. Now, kart racing isn't necessarily my thing. And I wasn't necessarily interested in this because it's a Sonic game. I was interested in this because of the mechanics that were shown, and sort of like, how like things get marketed, and it's just like, I wanted to try it out. I had already played Team Sonic Racing. I'm like, I probably want to do a kart racer at this. Crossroads got announced. I played in both betas. I played in the PS5 beta and then the open beta that they had back in August, early September. It was like right before the game came out. And playing it, I'm like, oh, it's different seeing them say what's in the game, but then actually experiencing it. I'm like, this is really fun. My favorite things about this game in particular that really makes it different than the other Sonic Racing games. First, the car customization is, I've seen some pretty wild things. Like with the Minecraft collab that they have, they have the Minecraft box. We have what's called the Amazon Prime box, or the Prime box vehicle that you can create in the game. I've seen people make like the Batmobile. You know, Davis knows about how I put Cream the rabbit in a monster truck. Like, there are some really fun and cool things you can do with the car customization and the decals. Another thing I like are the gadgets. I've played Mario Kart before, and honestly, getting smacked with an item and just sitting there defenseless, and obviously this happened in like Team Sonic Racing and other Sonic games that had items, is just, you know, I'm sitting here, I'm defenseless, I can't do anything to really, you know, get back unless I get an item to attack back. Crossroads actually balances this, and they recently had a patch to like balance it out even more, where you can have defensive gadgets to, you know, help either keep your placement, or if you end up in like 4th through 8th place, you can make a comeback to get to the top 3. There are gadgets where some people are terrible at drifting. I hope the people that I played against are hearing this. Some people are horrible at drifting. My car has been rammed into multiple times.
Wow,
there are
like shots
there's
fired.
Gadgets to help you drift. Oh no, they've heard me say it on my stream. Like, I've literally had spin drift and collision boost on because I got so sick and tired of people driving into my car. I would start drifting, and anyone that would try to like ram into me because they can't drift, their car's just flying in the air, and I don't care because I'm just like, you got to learn how to drift. You can't rely on me to make this turn. I'm not going to save you. I'm going to make things worse and have you run into the wall, and I'll be okay.
Number one.
But yeah, I like the gadget setup. My only nitpick is that I kind of wish we had more than 6 plates for saving, because there's different situations to have a gadget plate for. So like playing online, playing with friends, the festivals, which I'll talk about in a minute. And then the time trials. Like, I have a set of gadgets that I use for time trials. Like, there are so many different gadgets that you can use for a variety of different situations. The festivals are another thing. I know some people get sick and tired of them shutting down online for the festivals, but I really like the festivals, not necessarily because, oh, you know, the DLC characters come out. They have different events, and with the more recent festivals, they've switched up the activity for those races. And let's say, you know, all four of us are on a team together, but we didn't place. We have like 2nd place in terms of placement, but we completed the objective. That'll give us extra points, and we end up winning the race for that event. Yeah, it's a very, very nice incentive. I only do the festivals because I like to get the items, or the exclusive items. I've done all of them except for the Minecraft one because I was in San Diego for TwitchCon, but ever since I've been back, I've been on all the festivals since then. With the paid DLC characters, we get tracks for them. The cross-world aspect, so you go through the first lap, and then whoever's in first place gets to pick the next route that you go to, which will take you to the crossover track. You end up in a crossover track, and then the final lap begins. It's a very interesting mechanic because the crossover tracks aren't just thrown to you. You can do those in time trials to learn the crossover tracks. And I really like that feature of the game. So they're not, you know, a huge surprise for you. But yeah, it's super fun to play with friends. You can play with, I think you have up to 12 people in your lobby, and you can do like your own team races and things. That way, I don't know if they're going to increase the lobby count, because we've seen the team list, and on each team you can have up to like 10 players. So fingers crossed that they'll be able to increase the amount of friends we can play with at once. But even so, with 12, it's a good amount, not too hectic, about the same amount of racers you'd have at a festival or an online match anyway.
Oh, okay. Well, wow, it's actually pretty jam-packed. I know I'm going to be playing that. I've been waiting for a physical copy on my Switch, too. That's all I've been waiting on. So that's going to be coming in, I believe it's coming out in January, so within the next month or so.
Oh, you're going to enjoy the patches, as well as some of the new music they added. My favorite feature, which is not even related to racing, the jukebox. You can add any of the music from either the collabs, the game, other Sonic games, and create your own racetrack playlist that plays as you're doing the races. So I judge a lot of people when I'm just like, you're just listening to the track that's for this track. Where's your custom playlist from the game? Yeah, where's your dripped out playlist?
Nice. I'm not surprised about the Sonic. I know because you're the Sega person. I'm actually surprised that 2 Point Museum wasn't a part of it. Though that one.
I enjoyed 2 Point Museum a lot to the point where it's been in the back of my mind that I didn't even think about nominating it. But it's more so. I'm kind of hoping that it wins at the Game Awards for the simulation category. It's hilarious. It's funny. It's great.
Was it?
They have the Zoo Sim that just came out. Yeah, they got the Zoo Museum that's out now. Yeah,
totally right.
I haven't touched that DLC yet because I was busy with speedrun stuff. But I'm hoping to get to that this week and catch a couple of zebras and make a little Madagascar museum. In fact, that's what I'm going to call it, the Madagascar Museum.
That's awesome. Well, that's perfect. Oh, well, that's awesome. Those are good, all good picks, except for Dynasty Warriors. But I'm just kidding.
That's crazy. Smitty, get him.
Yeah, no.
I'm about to get kicked off the podcast for revolting.
What'd you say to me?
This is
all right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Smitty, you're up at bat. What are your topics or your favorite topics? Your favorite games this year?
I'm going to start with my honorables. One of them being, it's funny that Origins made it in your list. Origins was in my mentions. It was great. I loved it. I thought, again, it's a great way for somebody that hadn't played the Dynasty Warriors before. I feel like it's a great entry point game for people. It really lays out just kind of that retelling of the story and being able to actually interact with those characters on their come up, and the way that they made it so that, you know, some of the things were kind of choose your own adventure type things. Like you're saying, I think I'm familiar with the invisible wall deal because I also could not get this dude and save him. He died every time. I do have plans to go back and play it. But that was one of my honorable mentions. Another one, Once Human. Yeah, that was Dynasty Warrior Origins. What up, troll? My second honorable mention is gonna have to be Once Human. Again, I was a huge fan of Once Human. There was a beta in December, then it rolled out here. I want to say, I can't remember exactly. It was earlier in the year, maybe like February or something like that. It sucks though. I kind of fell off it. They moved really quick on it. It's a pretty meaty game. They eventually brought in like perpetual servers, and you know that gets stuff. But by that point, I had kind of, cause like I've never been a fan of the server wipes, and that thing had pretty consistent server wipes. So, you know, by the time they kind of addressed that, I was kind of out of it. So I think it would have ended up higher had I played it more, but there was just other games.
I was about to say, because I remember you talking a lot about it. I know, and I know that you were trying. You're even an ambassador for it, if I remember correctly, right? Like, weren't you a creator?
No, that was oh my gosh, it was a survival game.
That game.
Oh, was that the one that was like out for like an hour, and then everyone was like, no.
No. I did play that though. I did play that, and I was like, what is this, dude? What is this?
Smitty was that was ridiculous.
Yeah, no, that was crazy. I was like, this game is clearly a ripoff. I can't hear the day before tomorrow or something.
The day after tomorrow or whatever.
The day before, yeah.
Who knows? The day before, yeah.
Yeah, so crazy. Those... Yeah, I would say those two, and then I would throw in Dispatch as well. Really enjoyed that. Again, I love a good choose your own adventure style game. I love how they were rolling things out episodically. You know, got me excited for Wednesdays to come around, and that's not something that happens too often these days, especially in this digital VOD world that we live in. So, you know, now that I really enjoyed that. Moving on to my games of the year. First one I got to talk about, and I know that Davis is going to be on board with this, is Squadra. This little game that I just, again, I played in the beta when it came out and whatnot, and I had so much fun. And it's like, I got to make sure I play this when it comes out. And there's a lot of times that I'll say that and it ends up not happening or I forget about it. But when it came out, I played it and I enjoyed it. I bought the season pass for that first season here. I was grinding things out. And you're right, dude. This game is a lot of fun, but it's also super frustrating because you get teammates that don't know what the hell they're doing. And sometimes you are that teammate. Then you're just frustrated at yourself. But it's just a lot of fun. Again, too, I feel like this is one of those games that, like, this is like a very dumbed down, like, League of Legends and what that kind of, what are they called again? MOBAs. What they're about. And I feel like they packaged this up so well. I love the fact that you can get characters with in-game currency. You don't have to spend money, even though they kind of cap. Although they've raised that stuff and they've raised the caps on things and all that stuff. So they're actively working on this game, but it's a ton of fun. And that to me is one of the most important things. If the game is fun, I'm all about it. So it's simple to play, difficult to master. And that I'm always down for games that are like that. Of course, if you can deal with the online shenanigans of people not knowing what the hell they're doing, that'll keep your blood pressure down. But yeah, no, dude, the game is easily in my top 3 for this year.
Squadra is I'm surprised. I was actually surprised that you put Squadra on the list when you showed it to me. I was like, wow, okay, cool. But
easily one of my top 3 played games this year, dude. And like, it hasn't even been out that long is the other thing. So like, I think that again is a testament to, the fact that I'm taking time to sit down and play it, to me, says a lot about the game in itself.
What's your rank right now? Like, what are you at? Oh, I'm sorry. What were we going to say, Snake Eyes?
I was just wondering, is it like 4v4 or 5v5? Like,
is it 4v4? I think it's 4v4. Okay, yeah, one tank, 2 attack, and 1 support.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah.
That's cool.
Yep.
Have you ever played? Have you ever played the Pokemon one? It's
Pokemon Unite.
Yeah, it's exactly that. It's two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's 2-1-2, 2 lanes. Usually supposed to be 2 lanes, but yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but no, it's really fun. It is a really fun game. It's just with Dragon Ball Z characters and a lot of craziness on that. But the thing that's going to really take it, that I think is going to make it really that makes it really frustrating is the people that you play, because some of these people have never played these kind of games. I mean, it's cool that they're being introduced to it to see if they are into it, but then sometimes there's those people that are just straight up toxic, where they're just like, they're just going through the motions, but they're just purposely like, or they're just purposely throwing the fights, and then you just wanting to be like, I want to throw this guy out the window, but you can't because there's no messaging to these individuals. But but you just keep on coming back because it's just the game loop is fun, and it's just like, it's very interesting. It's very interesting to me.
And when you do lose, you're not taking like monster hits to your rank either. And I think that helps, because that was a huge issue with Overwatch, where you get somebody thrower and something like that, or you're playing your hardest and you guys lose, and then you end up taking a monster hit because Joe Smo decided I'm going to sit in a corner. Really frustrates gamers too. So I feel like they have a good balance between winning and when you lose, and then what you did, effectively in the game, also weighing in and having a factor on the points that you lose or win. So it's a good balance.
No, totally agree. Okay, cool.
All right. Speaking again, these are just gems that I did not know were coming. Next on my list, I got to talk about Be My Horde. It's just a fun game. I mean, like, dude, like, it's literally a game where I could sit down. I don't have to think. I'm literally just moving around and holding space bar. And like, basically it's like the, you're a necromancer that when you kill, you bring minions back, those minions fight for you. There's different enemy types and stuff like that. Now, mind you, the game is in early access right now, so it hasn't actually fully released. That's why it's hard to really say that it's a game of the year, because there's still a lot of things that it still needs more fleshing out.
But how often are you playing it though? You must have been playing it pretty often if you're.
I've played it. Yeah, no. I've played it because like you can level things up and like level up minions and like things like that as well. And they're still building new things into the game. It's just not a complete game yet. But it's a ton of fun. I really enjoy it. It's really simple, and again, it's something that you can sit there. And the thing about it, though, too, is that, like, that to fully complete a level, you're going to be spending at least a half hour doing it. So if it's something that you're going to have a little bit of time, or you're working or listening to something else, it's something that you can quickly just pop on. And you know what I mean? There's a bit of strategy to it, especially like if you do the harder levels are a lot harder. But if you're just looking to upgrade or get points or whatever, just throwing on a normal level and it's just kind of set it and forget it. The voice acting is great in it as well. If you're into Dami Mommies, this is definitely something that you would be interested in. So yeah, I definitely, this definitely is, on my list, for this year in terms of games that I played. And then for me, it's funny because it actually made Pop's honorable mention list, but my game of the year is Warriors Abyss.
Wow.
And it's just too good. It's too much fun. I have spent so much time on that game to where my thumbs are hurting because I can't put it down. Like, dude, like it's just, and again, what do we say? 119 different characters. Each character feels different. The different builds of characters that you can get. It's an infinite game of just awesome. This game really made me dive into the genre of roguelike, because I am not really a roguelike player, but the only reason I have interest in it was because of this game. It's kind of opened it up to where it's like, man, maybe I should try some of these other ones. I like the fact that you level up and it's not just, oh, you die, you start back over. You know what I mean? You get you progress further and further until, so like, for me, Warriors Abyss, dude, is just so much fun. It's hours upon hours of replayability. You know what I mean? Like it looks good for what it is and whatnot, and like graphically and whatnot. But the play style, the gameplay loop of it is just fun. It's just you know what I mean? Like something that seems like it could be repetitive does not. Somehow, they make it so it's not repetitive. Again, a big part of it is being 119 characters with each having their own unique abilities. They each have like a special weapon that you can get as well. So like they've opened up like different kind of modes too for it. So there's things outside of just the going through the stages and whatnot. It's like survive as long as you can and things like that. It just, dude, what they did, I didn't see it coming. It was a shadow drop earlier in the year. I picked it up immediately, and I was like, holy hell. Had I known that this was going to be the game that I'd probably dumped the most time in this year, I would have been like, no, that's crazy talk. But that's where we're wild. At. Warriors Abyss, my game of the year.
Wow. Okay. Wow. That is impressive. I'm actually surprised. I'm actually surprised the level of there's not that much overlap. So this is quite impressive. I was thinking it was going to be the same kind of things. I was surprised that DK wasn't even on your list this year, which is surprising.
I haven't even finished. Dude, like again, I need to go back to DK. I just haven't.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, the one that really throws me off is the fact that like be my horde is like I didn't even know you knew that game existed. I was like, bro, like for that one to be like Jesus. Okay, that is That is impressive.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, they found like, wow, Smitty's up to surprises today.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Very nice, very nice. You know, I didn't ask this on Pop though, but like, what did you have like a game that was like that underperformed?
Sorry,
well, let me get
my
the Pop. Let me do Pop first because I missed it on Pop.
Yep.
But Pop, did you have anything like that? Oh. Or did she leave? Oh, that's the thing.
You're here listening.
Oh, no, I'm here. I didn't realize my mic had like magically muted itself. I probably muted it when I was drinking water and forgot I muted.
Started talking. She was like, "No."
It's funny because last year you asked me this, and I say this every year. I only play games that appeal to me. So it's after the One Punch Man fiasco. I remember you like that was the year we first met. I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna be super picky. I've lucked out again this year. If I can say one game I got tired of hearing about was Mind's Eye, and it was the freaking CEO's fault. I didn't want to bring it up.
The streak
Didn't.
Well, the streak is over though. I mean, because we haven't talked about Mind's Eye for at least a month. That was good. That was good. But but that wasn't because you played it. It was bad. It was just because of all the nonsense and drama behind it. So we'll give it that. Okay.
Yeah. So and from what I saw, the gameplay was indeed atrocious. Godspeed to those who actually bought the game.
Oh God. Okay. What about you? What about you, Smitty? What was yours? What was your like underperforming game? You would say
for me, and I just want to preface that this is not because the game is bad. The game is not bad. It is a good game. But the game for me that has been the most underwhelming for 2025 has been Borderlands 4. Wow. I have maybe put in like 5 hours into the game. I just have no drive to actually play it. Like it's like I don't even like, you know what I mean? It's like I think I would have been fine just waiting to get the game. Is how much I have played fan
it. Though? Like have you been playing?
I love Borderlands.
Oh, you have?
I love them. I love them. Yeah, dude, they're great.
Yeah.
I love the stories. I love dude, I'm a huge looter shooter fan. That's why it's even more shocking to me because I know that they're all there. I know that this is there, but I just have not had the urge to sit down at my PC. And I did play the other day, but it's always been later. And you need to like this again is a game that you need to be able to put some time in. And I just feel that I haven't been able to have, or I haven't had the time to be able to properly invest into Borderlands 4. And that's why for me, it's been the most disappointing of the games that I've played this year, simply on the fact that it's on me and the amount of time I've played. But again, it's kind of, I don't know. There's just nothing that's really grabbed a hold of me and be like, oh, you know, I'm having a blast. So we'll that's what it is for me.
Okay, fair enough. That's fair. I'll give it that. I mean, it was really, I mean, it's very interesting on like that game. The game looks nice, but optimized and stuff was just very odd. Like it was just very. What's so funny?
You know what's funny? Smitty was laughing like this last time.
I know. It's like, what is it?
At the very beginning, and now we're close towards the end, and now he can't stop laughing.
No, I'm sorry. There's
never-ending
this
cycle.
YouTube, like you know how the YouTube videos pop up with coming.
Oh, like the coming soon.
Yeah.
Oh, so what was? Let me see what it was. Hold on, I'm going to see what it was. Oh snap! The salad mixer on Adult Swim. Okay, that was weird. Yeah, that looks creepy. The facial expression. How old is this video? 11 years old. Oh my god. Okay, that's hilarious.
I'm trying not to laugh.
It was breaking down in itself. I'm like, what? That's so freaking funny. What did I miss? I'm like, Jesus. Okay.
I haven't been looking at the screen. I was like, what the hell is that?
It's like Smitty's got his mind out the gutter.
Goodness.
What was funny was that was an Adult Swim video too. That was something that was like crazy. That's hilarious. Okay, classic Smitty there. There we go.
Sorry.
It's all good. but I can't
Paris just
remember my
tied it up
chance of
that
thought.
way.
So I'm just gonna go into it anyway. So, yeah, there was a lot of different good games that y'all were mentioning. I really like y'all's picks. I'm really surprised on Smitty's picks. I was actually really curious of what your picks were this year. I was wrong. I was 0 for 3 for any of them. Well, one, I was right on one, but I was like 1 for 3. That's freaking hilarious. Snake's underperforming. That's funny. Yeah, no. I mean, everyone's picks were awesome. I like so it was good. But so here's my picks. Now for honorable mention, I'm gonna have to say Dispatch. Because this game, there's actually 2 honorable mentions I have. Dispatch is probably the biggest one because this game literally came out of nowhere. Like, I mean, this game, well, I knew about it, but I didn't know that I would like it as much as I did, because one of the biggest things that I do not like is episodic. I don't understand why they would release it in an episodic manner when you pay the full price, and then you have to pay and you have to do it in a period. But after talking to the developers about it, and then what they were trying to go for and what they're going for and how they're wanting to ship the story out, I understand why they're doing it, because they're kind of wanting to make it make it feel like it was a TV, like a TV series kind of thing, because the game loop isn't that hard. It's not hard at all, actually. It's very simple. And but it's just overall what this is more important on is the story. The story itself is what's mostly important about all of this. So so yeah, the game is incredibly great. The story, oh my god, dude, it's just what makes you, it's what drives you in. It's like, it just absolutely drives you in on this game. So Dispatch was my number 1 on this, my honorable mention, I would say. And yeah, so that was it. That was one of them. Now, one of them I do have, and that I have to say is definitely a good honorable mention, is a indie game from Easebard Games called Demon School. And this is a game that came out I've been waiting for this game forever, because this game has been delayed. The last big delay was because of Silk Song. It was originally supposed to come out around the same week when Silk Song was supposed to come out, but then they were afraid, so they pushed it back another 2 months. It was officially came out back in November, mid-November. So this is a fairly new game, and it's a very, very fun game. I would say it plays like old school Persona. If you, and I'm not talking about Persona 3, I'm talking about like the old school, like original Persona 1 and Persona 2, like that kind of style. So like you're a person that goes into an island that that is haunted by demons and stuff like that, and you're needing to you're basically going to come across and fight different kinds of things in this weird artistic style. The video I'm just showing it seems like it's an intro video, which isn't the good one. Let me see if I can find a better one.
Yeah,
what am I looking at?
This is a weird one. Yeah, I was looking at it, I was like, what? This is not right.
Oh my,
okay.
What is that?
Very odd. No, yeah. So, but what's cool is that the battle system is very, I won't say original, but it is very different than what you would normally see in one of these isometric RPGs. So the goal isn't the fact that you have to kill everybody. The goal is you have to kill a certain amount of people. Once you get to a certain amount of people, you go to the very end. The end of the goal line is glowing. You just have to get at least one person at the end of the goal line to go take to beat the stage. And the story is just fun. It feels like if you were an old school fan of old school Persona, this is exactly this. It will feel like that, exactly like that. And you will definitely not be disappointed. It took me about 37 hours to beat, I would say. And it was just fun all throughout this time, dude. Like the combinations, the stuff that you have to do, and the beasts that you're fighting. There's some people that just can't attack. They're quote unquote pacifists, so they're the healers. So they have special abilities that only they can do and stuff. And then you can set up these wicked combos, which makes it really even crazier, you know. So yeah. So this was definitely good. This was an honorable mention for the games that one of the games I played itself. So this was one. Now I will have to take a page out of Pop, because there was a game that Pop did mention that was an honorable mention for her, but it's one for me. It is definitely Monster Hunter Wilds is going to be one of my games of the year for me. I played. I have clocked not six. I have clocked over 420 hours on it, and I just love Monster Hunter. I mean, just as much as everyone else that they do. I love combinations. I love finding combos, but I also love finding the monsters in certain different kinds of weird ways and stuff. So the video I'm showing here, this is the video of me when I was playing against the Omega weapon, and that thing was annoying, but it was fun. The thing I love about it is not necessarily when you play with people, and then let alone you're on Discord, y'all just basically talking to each other and saying like how things are working and stuff, and how and try to change and to adjust, and then go and try to get that piece of armor so you can dress up your cat. Is all you needed to do. It's all you need. There's no other better good thing to do for the rest of the day. So no, I loved playing this. I still love playing this. I need to play more of it. I just haven't had time to do it as of late. But yeah, even though like I said, like what I said earlier, the one thing that I really wish that this game was harder. It's slowly getting there, but I think we're just going to wait and see until the expansion comes, because there's the expansion coming, because this is the most successful Monster Hunter game they've ever sold officially. So so Monster Hunter is definitely definitely on one of my top games of the year, because especially the amount of time I spent on it. Another one, I don't think that y'all know. I don't know if y'all know, but I like RPGs. I've said it multiple times. So
I know.
Yeah. So one of the games was a game that I've been waiting to play for a long time, but I haven't played it in such a long time, in such a while, because this game originally came out on the PlayStation Vita. No, PSP. It came out on the PSP originally, and they decided to do a remake of the game itself into modern day graphics, and that game was Trails in the Sky First Chapter. And I am a Trails fan. I've been playing. I play Trails in the newest ones, like the Reverie and all these other ones that just come. Trails in the Cold Steel, all the other ones. Trails in the Sky is the very first one of the series, and they decided to change it into updated graphics and everything. The whole styles changed to more modern styles, the more modern style that Trails is going through, and just the gameplay, the art, the story representation, everything of this is just really, really good. It's super fun. And all the characters that you remember from the original ones are here, as well as stuff that's coming up in the near future. So this was like, when I started messing around with this, I still haven't even beaten it yet, but I will be playing it. I'm still going to continue playing on. I think I'm 20 hours in. I think this game is going to be at least a 50 to 60 hour game. And I just loved the story, these old school story styles, and I just couldn't believe that they decided to make a remake of this one. So there was 3 versions. Oh no, there was 3, I believe. So this is the first. Is going to be probably, if this was successful, which I think it was, there's going to be 2 more that's coming in the near future. So this one's like a niche one that if you're fans of JRPGs, this is one to definitely check out. Love this game. So so that was number 2, and my number 1, and I don't think it's a surprise to anybody for me, is obviously Claire Obscure Expedition 33. It's in my top 5, like, ever. I mean, ever. I mean, you cannot, like, this game. What's funny? When I saw this game, when they were announcing this back in when this game was coming out, they kind of overlooked it. It was just like, oh, wow. But then I saw this, when I was seeing the system, I was like, wow, that game looks actually really good. I'm definitely want to get that when it comes out. I didn't think much of it. But then when the game came out and I picked it up and then I just started watching and played the first 2 chapters, the first 2 chapters get real fast, and I was like, "Oh my god, okay." I chose a banger, and I've just like I don't even know what you can do at this point to make it any better. Maybe the one thing I would say is just the fighting, the battle scenes is very interactive. Like you have to time your buttons out correctly. If you don't time it out right, then you can lose a lot of health really fast. Maybe the way that they, how villains like to do feint attacks or the delays to just kind of mess with you. I don't know. They may need to work on that a little bit more. But just the style, the turn base, everything, all this stuff that's happening around there, and then also you caring about literally everybody in your group is incredible. Music is insane. The voice acting is insane. I mean, they got 3 out of the 5 for best voice actor that's coming in at the Game Awards this Thursday. So this is like
one thing I didn't realize was Charlie Cox was in it when I first played it. Yeah. So the guy that plays Daredevil, that hooked me into it immediately. As I started playing, I was like, that guy looks so familiar, and heard the voice, and I was like, that has to be Daredevil. Looked it up, and was like, yep. And then it hooked me into the game. I agree with you. This is the honorable mention for me as well.
This is an insane. Like I was like, wow, and to say that they that they decided to just this is Sandfall's literal first game. And they just went completely ham on this style. It was just they knocked it out the park. And for this game only being $50 is ridiculous to me too. You would think that like the style of this game would be like everything would be like a full-fledged $70-$80 game, but nope. This thing is incredible. Now the next one's going to be $70. I mean, there's no way
for sure.
That game is going to definitely they're going to definitely milk the second one. They'll milk the shit out of the second one. But no, this one's definitely game of the year for me. I know that there's not really a like 1, 2, and 3, but no, this one's my go-to of 2025. So yeah, I mean, I don't like, I'm kind of in this year though, when it came to disappointing, I don't really have one this year. I was trying to think of it, and I don't really would say that like that comes to mind. I'm sure I have played it, but it's probably not in my mind. I have never thought of it that way. Yeah, but it's very interesting. But you're right. This year has just been loaded with just insane types of games. It's just been ridiculous, when it came up to all of this. Like, you just no way to keep up unless you're writing it down, everything that you've been playing, and then you're just like, oh, okay, yeah, this game was bunk, So, but no, I am satisfied. I'm glad that this year's wrapping up. Next year we're just going to go through it all over again. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of big bangers that are going to be coming soon. I'm really looking towards Capcom. Capcom's presentation next year is going to be insane. Like the 3 different games that they played, when we went to PAX West, I played demos of all 3, and I was like, man, this is going to be crazy, just like Capcom alone. And if GTA comes out, because GTA by default, people are going to just be all fans of it. It's going to be ridiculous.
It ain't coming out next year. It ain't coming out next year.
And they pushed it again, right? Recently?
No, they pushed it to November of next year.
November 19th.
Yeah, which I'm saying, but like what's Smitty's point, I would agree. I agree with Smitty. It's not coming out next year. I don't think it's
coming out next year.
It's going, so it's ridiculous. It's I don't know, but dude,
as Rockstar. I mean, Rockstar, know what I mean? Like they are pretty notorious for their delays. So
yeah,
I don't feel like it should be a shock to anybody because they are super meaty games. So. I just don't know why they start doing the hype so early, just for it to kind of, I mean, I guess it's not fading away really. People are still talking about it and hyped about it. It just feels a little premature.
No, what really pisses me off. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, what really pisses me off about that was the fact that they're going to win 2 game awards for most anticipated game back to back. Like the last year they won last year. So this year they got nominated again.
It's like if you're delayed, you should not get to be able to do that. That's not right.
they need to just stop with the stupid, like, oh, well, most anticipated game. Like, you remember the Golden Joystick Award? There was 18 games that were nominated for this thing. And then guess who won? GTA 6. It's like, okay, whenever GTA 6 is not on the board and it's not coming, we know they're going to win this. So why are y'all even putting this on the map? It's
right.
like stupid. No, it's gonna be dumb. So, anyways, it just kind of irks me when they do things like that. But like you said, but overall, like y'all said, this was an amazing year for gaming. It was a ridiculous, loaded sets of different kind of gaming for gamers all around. So, this is gonna be very
indie games really shine this year.
Oh,
I said it. I was like, the way that AAA studios have been acting and moving and stuff, I was like, they're just making the spotlight on indie games brighter and brighter. And all they had to do is like, oh, look what we got. And we got some bangers. We got some bangers.
True.
Yeah, they were just like, you know what? You're right. He's like, challenge accepted. And they definitely brought their A game when it came to this kind of stuff. So, like, the biggest thing is I just can't wait till, like, to see. Oh, Mr. Seven Figures, what's y'all's most underrated game this year? DK Bonanza? What is up with you and DK, bro?
He loves DK. He loves some DK.
The reason why I didn't even put DK on my list was because I haven't played it yet. So that's why. It looks good. I think the only person that's played it in this group is Smitty. And
I would say it was leaning closer to disappointment than
really
making my list.
Wow, yeah. That's crazy.
Not that again, not that, and not that it's a bad game or anything. I'm talking about in terms of games that I've played and games that I can't step away from versus games that I haven't picked up in months because, again, the drive to play them just kind of faded away. It's on. Excuse me, it's on the latter list. But again, I think you're right though, Mr. Seven Figures. Like, it's a great game. It really is. I just lost steam on it, and I don't know why exactly. I do plan on going back and finishing it. It's just never high up on the list.
You know, the one that I'm also was what was it called? Jesus. Remember, I think DK is going to show up at your house. Wow, you really pissed off the wrong person, Smitty. You really pissed off the wrong person. Jesus.
You start getting some exploding barrels on your house. I don't know.
He's like, I don't know. Maybe some sort of accident that could have been avoided by just saying DK was Game of the Year in 2025. Good God. But folks, anyways, hey, Snake Eyes, thank you so much for stopping by, man. It was awesome seeing you.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Guys. And this year has been fun. And I got to see, you and Smitty like twice this year. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I appreciate you guys having me out on the podcast.
Oh no, that was good. It's definitely fun. Guys, also check out SnakeEyes319 when he does his Lego streams. It's really fun watching, and as well as his Hammer Watch streams. Although a month ago, you were playing like Castle Crashers with some friends, right?
Yeah, we did a charity stream with Castle Crashers, and we went through it. And they had the painter update where you can draw your own character and put it into the game and play the whole game through. So we all created our own characters and did that. Awesome. That was really cool.
That's awesome. Hey guys, thank you so much, folks. Thank you for listening to episode number 288 of the CFG Gamecast. Thank you for being a part of the conversation as always. We won't be back next week, but we will be back in 2026. We don't have a date yet, but it's probably going to be in January. We'll definitely let you know on our social media when we're coming back. But if you did miss out on this episode, that is perfectly all right. We do release on all podcast services at the beginning of each and every week. So there is absolutely no reason to miss out on all sexy voices. Ooh. Yes, guys, be sure to check out. Oh, by the way, this Thursday, we are going to be doing a live stream, a watch along of the Game Awards. Definitely stop by on CFG Games to be a part of that. It's going to be a fun one, especially I know we're probably going to be ragging. No, most doubtedly, we're going to be ragging on to some of it. Probably me mostly, but we'll see.
No, I'm like the most unserious in the Game Awards. Like, I'm literally just going to say world premiere for any trailer. And if it's a trailer we've already seen, just like, is that the Grim Reaper? I'm like the worst host you can have for a watch along, a reaction. God.
It's probably going to happen. It's definitely going to happen,
Yeah.
but guys. But definitely check us out. Come back on Thursday. We're definitely gonna have a fun time just messing around on the Game Awards. So once again, this is Davis, Pop, Smitty, and Snake Eyes signing out. Y'all take it easy.
Have a good holiday.